Welcome to Culture on Tap. We are a podcast that is about bridging the cultural gap one conversation at a time. We have myself, Xavier. We have sitting at the table with me, Dale. And we have the man, the myth, the legend behind the camera, Range. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and share on anywhere you listen to or watch podcasts. And make sure you hit the bell so that you get the notifications whenever we have new content coming out so that you can tap in with us.
Yes, please. I don't know. I saw him pick up something in my brain went out. Make sure you subscribe to us. Again, we're trying to grow our following. Please be a part of that because we want to grow it. Yeah, I was off.
You just old, bro. That's what that, you just, I don't know how. Why? I don't know how. There's just sometimes where you just space out, and it's like we're in the middle of doing something.
I'm aware.
One,
I have ADD, and two, I don't.
You're old.
Well, maybe. Why's it gotta be my age? Why can't it just be who I am?
You didn't do this a few years back.
Yeah, that might be true too.
Just saying.
That might be true too.
Uh-huh.
So, fun facts with Range. Let's get it off of me.
Get the heat off of Dale.
Yeah. So, here is an important question. We're back to school stuff.
Because education was a big thing in Iowa, Louisiana.
I mean, you could just jump into a school and go out of town for weeks at a time. So, when you get your school books at the beginning of the year, what do you do with those, Range?
Well, I know before we would put paper on them.
Oh, here we go.
Like the brown little paper things, and we could write on them and make them
look cool.
Yeah, with our favorite characters or whatever the case may be.
Range, did you do this?
No,
because he says it's not a real thing.
This is not a real thing. Y'all are all conspiring against me. Nobody.
Like, this is the thing we're going to conspire against.
Nobody has ever used a paper bag or a paper cover.
So what's the benefit of us conspiring?
I don't know. I'm still waiting to figure this out.
I wish you could have been there. Bags. I wish you could have been there the day he called me. So he called me on the phone.
Oh, yeah. Because Jessica brought it up to me originally.
Yeah. And I won't speak for him, and he can't even catch his breath. He's laughing so hard. And I'm like, what's so funny? He goes, my wife is trying to tell me when she got school books in school, she would take like brown paper bags and cover her school books in brown paper bags. And he's like,
and draw all over it.
And I'm like, at a minute, like, it was what she drew funny? Like, are you going to tell me something funny? He goes, it's funny because no one does this. I'm like, everyone
does this.
No. I mean, I don't know about it anymore because they don't use a lot of textbooks.
Right.
You never saw.
Never.
Oh, we did that.
But here's the deal, though. We even went as far as, because Jessica did not believe me that I didn't do this, as far as asking my mom, and she said that she had never heard of it either.
That is crazy to me. Like, because it was even a thing in my, like, where people were like.
He went from Mississippi and it skipped Louisiana.
I'm starting to feel like Iowa, Louisiana is like the Truman Show.
I'm telling you, bro. He
is
lived
in
a bubble. Like, he's like blast from the past. He's just underground. Like, because ours was not just the brown paper bags. We had them at school. It was such a popular thing. When you got your books, they actually had some you could just grab. They had like advertisements and stuff on them. But I would always flip over to the blank side because so
that I could do my own thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. All we had was the little card on the inside where you wrote your name. That way they knew who had the book last.
A card? That's library books.
Yeah, we had them in textbooks too.
We never had them in textbooks.
Y'all didn't reuse textbooks?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
so somebody the year before had that textbook and their name was in the.
You kept up with the card all year?
No, it's in the book. It's like taped to the back cover.
Taped to the inside of the book. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was there. I just didn't pay attention to it. Did y'all have lockers?
Not in elementary.
Well,
we had lockers in our elementary school.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
We didn't.
It was,
colors.
it was the old elementary school, but when they tore that down, they didn't have any more lockers, but we had lockers.
We just had cubbies. Did you have lockers in high school?
In high school, yeah, I never used it, but we had lockers.
I just I can't believe that you didn't see anybody with their book covered.
No, nobody.
What about the other school that you went to go on trips with? Did they do it at that school?
No, they didn't do it there either.
Okay, just checking. Like,
yeah. So.
Oh man!
Wow. I mean, like I have no desire to go back to school, but if I could just, there's a part of me that longs to walk the halls of. Is it Iowa High School? Is that what it's called?
Iowa High School.
What was the mascot?
We're the Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
Yellow.
Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
Our colors were purple and gold.
What?
Our colors were purple and gold.
It was a purple and gold Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
The Yellow Jacket's not yellow.
Yeah.
There you go. So it was LSU colors.
LSU colors.
Yeah.
Wow. You never cease to amaze me.
I'm telling you, I wish I could go. I don't know if it'd be worth it now, but like back in the day, and just walk the halls of Iowa.
Yeah.
That's the old Armentar.
Yeah.
Who can't spell his name.
Either of them.
So today, we are going to get to know Dale. We already got to know Range. We already got to know myself. So today is Dale's turn. So Dale is on the hot seat. And we will just ask you pretty much the same questions that both of us were asked.
Yep.
So starting out with, who is Dale Young?
Dale Young. So
Murphy Dale Young.
yeah, Junior. So kind of like both of you said, it's layers. So I would first say that I am a child of God that finds my identity in submitting to Him. Secondly, I would say that I am a husband that desires to lead his wife in a way that God's love is prevalent. Thirdly, I would say I'm a father who desires to raise up the next generation of people that love Christ. And then fourthly, I would say I'm a loyal friend / desires to serve people well.
I thought you were about to say I'm a lawyer.
No, I'm not a lawyer.
You said I'm a lawyer. You a lawyer?
Not a lawyer.
Where the money at?
I wish I had lawyer money, but I don't have lawyers.
This would be a DVC member.
Yeah, that's right.
Something. All right. All right.
So what is something that most people don't know about you?
So it's funny because I feel like even though I'm extremely transparent, I think there's multiple things that people usually don't know about me. I could say I love art, stuff like that, but I think the thing that would shock people the most, because of my strong opinion on not being political, that I have a huge knowledge and thirst for presidential history and just American history in general, but really presidential history that I've read. I'm actually behind. I haven't read the last two presidents, but up to that point, I've read.
Why not?
Time. And other reasons. I see what you're doing, and I'm not
I'm just asking questions.
not falling into it. But I have read either a autobiography or biography of every president up to Trump. And don't read it, like maybe you can read into it, but maybe we'll see.
Well, I mean, you haven't done Biden either.
No, I haven't done either party. I have not.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
When are you gonna dive into those?
We'll see.
Time permitting.
We'll see. I usually try to wait. To be honest, I usually try to wait to find someone that will write a book with no leaning. And I don't know that that's happened yet with these two guys.
Gotcha.
I try to get someone that's very middle of the road. Bill O'Reilly's really good at that. Even though he has some strong political views, he usually is very fact-based in his writing.
All right. If there's one thing that you could have natural talent in, what would it be and why?
So you said instruments. I love that. I think for me it would probably be, I would love to be an artist, as in drawing, painting. I love art. That was probably another thing that a lot of people know. I love to go to art galleries. I love paintings. I think abstract, Renaissance. My favorite is probably pop culture. But I would love to be an artist, and I'm not. I tried to convince myself. I went one time to, I think it was the first time I went to Disneyland, and they have the art animation studio there where you can go and draw a character, and I drew it. And at the time, I don't remember how old Charlie was. She's probably 8 or 9. She's like, "Dad, that's pretty good." And I bought like some really fancy art pencils and a notepad, and
you were all in.
Yeah, because it was Jack Skellington, which is a pretty easy character. And then I realized I can't draw anybody but Jack Skellington.
Hey, you could be a Jack Skellington.
I could be the next Tim. I lost his name. That draws those guys. I can't remember his name. It'll come to me at some point.
Yeah,
Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton.
Yeah.
I could be the next Tim Burton.
Yeah,
but yeah, I would love to be an artist. Specifically, more paint than draw.
Yeah.
So we're clear. I can't paint a wall well, so it's not in the cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is something that you used to hate that you now think is cool?
Reading would be one. One, because I did not know growing up that I was dyslexic. And so reading was very much punishment as a child. But whether it was my parents made me read after school, because the idea was at the time, the more you read, the better you'll, like I just was a really bad reader. So the more we can make him read, the better he'll get. So like even in the summer, every day I had a lady that would come over the house and make me read to her. And I just hated it. But as I got older, I love to read. I read every single day, multiple books, usually at a time. Right now I'm reading 3. And I just don't get enough reading. So I really, really love reading, and I used to extremely hate it.
Yeah.
I think I say talk radio too. I love. Xavier said last week. I used to, or a couple weeks ago. I used to hate talk radio, stuff like that. I love it. I love it now.
Yeah. Only one book to recommend. What would it be? Outside of the Bible.
So I took a different approach than you. You said, what's like it goes through seasons, and I agree with that. Like in the season that I'm in right now, I would be a different book. But I tried to think of it like, okay, what is a book that I thoroughly enjoy that I think anyone where they are spiritually, it would help mold them. So my book has been and will always be Crazy Love by Francis Chan. I think it is a very solid book to take someone that is very new to their faith to another level, or someone that's even mature in their faith to challenge them. It is the book that started my deconstruction of my faith. Crazy Love did. So,
if you haven't listened to that episode, go listen to it. We talk about deconstruction.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's a nice little shameless plug.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
All right. So what is the most common misconception from people who don't know you well?
I would say that I think people think that I am very thick-skinned, and I'm actually not. I am very transparent and can be very blunt and open and honest, but I'm actually very sensitive. I take things to heart, very internalize things really quickly, and I dwell on them for long periods. And I think because I'm very outgoing and very like open to have a conversation, and I'm very quick if I hurt someone to apologize, that people think that I can say anything to him and he'll be okay. And I actually do not. I spiral and go into a bedroom coma for a while. Usually.
So what does that look like? Going into a bedroom coma?
Like I feel like I just can't get out of bed. I'm just mopey.
Mopey Joe?
Mopey Joe for a little bit. Need it to be dark. Can't move.
Paralysis. Your hands go into a praying
Are you
mantis.
making fun of my depression here? Wow, is that what we're doing? Like I'm sort of saying,
as
people-
he's saying that he's not
I'm
thick-skinned.
not thick-skinned, and people break my heart, and you're like, let me laugh at you, and the way your heart gets broken. Wow. A couple weeks ago I felt bad at picking you on about your plane. I don't feel bad anymore.
About what?
Picking on you about the plane
What plane?
when we had the anxiety episode.
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel bad anymore.
So when do you feel most loved? I know it's not right now, but
Honestly, for me, it's a mixture of gifts / service. So I would say gifts, but it's very attention to detail. Like I'm not saying you can't just hand me $50. I'll be perfectly happy with you handing me $50, but I am a detailed person. I get gifts that I think matter to people and mean something. So when people go out of their way to do that, it means the world to me. Like I feel like I am very intentional with people. I try to learn people and know who they are. So when people do that back to me, it means the world to me.
yeah. Oh, that's good.
And I would say you do a really good job at that.
I
No,
try.
for sure.
I try. Thank you.
Try to help you out a little bit.
Yeah.
My
Well,
wife-
I told you 2 weeks ago that Lauren says my love language is playful banter,
Yeah.
and if I make fun of you, I love you.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I didn't
You
question-
feel love. There you go. That feel better?
Needless to say, if I'm in my coma, I'm not calling you.
Look at that. How your hands?
Like, did we turn this get to know Dell into let's make fun of Dell?
No. It's just I just imagine you. You said
I'm
in a
not
bedroom
paralyzed.
in a bedroom coma. You said I'm paralyzed. You
Well,
said
like, I mean, like-
so what I
laying
saw
there like this.
What I saw is you just. you sitting there. Yeah,
Like, I'm-
that's what I envisioned.
No,
Your
I'm just
hands
like laying.
stuck, and you said, "Oh, I'm paralyzed with grief. Oh, I can't get up." That's where
No,
my
I
head
just
went.
lay in the bed and mope.
You're the one who said paralyzed. That's where my head went. I went. Mm.
Oh,
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Rich.
All right. So, what What do
You've
you
lost
think?
it.
What do you think people appreciate about you most?
I would say most people, and like Xavier said, people will be like, "No, that ain't it." I think I serve people well from a shepherding standpoint, but I would hope it's because I forgive well, and like I don't dwell on things. Like that's not who I am. Like if I've screwed up or if you screwed up, and if we've had this moment where you forgive each other, I can move on. But I would say for most people, it would probably be I serve them well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree. With that. What are your top 3 favorite things about being married to Michelle?
Number
I was
one,
about to say Mitch, but I'm like, not everybody knows that. That's what I call her.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, he's married to Mitch. What
yeah,
does that
no,
mean?
I'm not married to Mitch.
Michelle.
But
Not Mitchell.
yeah, not Mitchell. What are we doing today? Do you want to explain why do you call my wife Mitch?
Because I love her.
So 3 things I love about my wife. First, I would say my wife is probably she desires to just be a kind protector. She is very kind. She if she has to say something that comes across negative or controversial, like it takes everything out of her because she wants to see people in the best light. Like she can, like, don't get me wrong, if she loves you, she can pick at you. Like her and Xavier have a relationship where they constantly make jabs, but she would never say something to hurt him. Like even if it needed to be said, like she's going to struggle at doing that. She's very kind. So that'd be my first thing. Second thing is, I love her humor, which is and she's gonna say, I can't believe that she's not funny. So I want to be clear. Like, she believes that she is funny, she isn't, and so I'm not laughing with her. I am laughing at her at what she thinks is funny. Like, and we laugh quite often, and she's trying to convince me that I'm laughing at what she said was funny. And I'm like, no, I'm literally just laughing that you think you're funny.
Yeah.
That would be my second thing, and third is I couldn't ask for a better best friend. Like, I love just being with my wife.
Yeah.
We both work a lot of time from home. We do a lot of things together. I just love hanging out with her. We have a blast. And yeah, she is my best friend.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. So who are 3 people, dead or alive, that you would like to have dinner with?
So, I probably would have said, I'm trying to somewhat switch it up from Xavier's. I probably, though, would have said Frederick Douglass, mainly because I'm in the process of reading this massive book about him, and it's very, very intriguing. But I'm not going to say him. I would say, from a spiritual standpoint, I would probably initially pick Watchman Nee. If you don't know who that is, he is the first Chinese missionary. He got put in jail, and while he was in jail in China, he wrote the Bible in Mandarin in jail. Like, talk about being productive in your worst scenario. And just his books and the things that he's wrote, like, I would just love to pick his brain and be like, what, like, you come out of a situation, which, if you know much about the gospel, China's still one of our countries that we're trying to reach more and more for the gospel. So just to be from that situation and go through what you went through, and to be given a gift to rewrite scripture in another language is just powerful.
Yeah.
So I'd love to sit down with him.
So, sorry, before you continue.
Yeah.
You asked X and we didn't ask you. Is this all together or separate?
Separate. Second, Walt Disney. I would definitely need to just, like, say nothing, just let him talk.
Yeah.
The sheer creativity.
Yeah, just like, if you've never read his biography, which is a massive book in itself, just phenomenal. Just a absolutely phenomenal human being. Like, literally, a lot of people don't know this, forged his age to get to go, trying to go into the military, went into the Red Cross at 17. You have to be 18 to serve, which is just crazy to me. But just crazy story. So him. And then third for me, see, this is tough. Right now, and this probably wouldn't be forever. This would just be right now. And I would say this would have to be in a very private setting. I think I would want to eat with Jonathan Edwards and know how he can love Jesus and be racist. That's probably didn't go over very well. No, I mean, for me, like, it's something that's I'm passionate about, and I'm not saying that he's the only one that loved Jesus and struggled with this. However, because just so we're clear, Billy Sunday did too. But Jonathan Edwards is, if you put a Christian Mount Rushmore up, he would probably be on it. He is a part of the Great Awakening, if you know what that means, like, just led hundreds and thousands of people to Jesus, and brought the gospel in a whole new light, but was very vocal about where black people should be and how they should be treated, and borderline, they didn't have a soul. Like, and I just don't understand. Like,
yeah.
And here, let me be really clear. I am not saying he's not saved and that he went to hell. Like, that's not, pump the brakes. I just would want to know, not even to try to convert him, but just help me understand.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be my 3.
Yeah. Bucket list items, 3 of them.
So,
what you got?
Number 1 would be a Holy Land tour, like you said. I would love to do that. Love to have the opportunity, whether I could pull it off or not, preach somewhere in the footsteps of, like, maybe like preach in the Garden of Gethsemane or something, bro. Talk about unbelievable. But I would also like to be baptized again in the Jordan. Like, that would be really cool.
That would be.
to stand in the Red Sea. Like there's so many things that I would just want to do, be able to do. So that would be number one, hands down. Number two for me would probably be, you said the Europe trek. It would probably be, I don't know if this counts as a whole number two, to visit all the Disneys. Can that be it together?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
all the Disneys, like I want to go.
Isn't that an actual trip?
Yeah, you could actually do
There's
it.
a
If you had
trip that you can take.
Yeah, it's a lot, but you could do it.
I mean,
Yeah, I think you start in Disneyland, California.
No, it started in World. You go to land and then you fly. Yeah.
Backwards.
Yeah. So yeah, to visit them all: Tokyo, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Paris. Of course, I've seen two. That would be number two for me, and then I think number three for me. Number three for me would probably be, I think I would like to visit like Rome and stuff, like some of the places, like the Paul's journey.
Yeah.
Of building the church in Philippi and all those things. Like I know a friend that went and they did hit Ephesus and all these places, and every day they had a worship service in each one of these churches, and I'm like, that would be just amazing. Yep. So that would probably be my three.
Yeah. Oh, that is awesome. We got to know Dale on a little deeper note.
But I get paralyzed like this.
He gets paralyzed in bed whenever,
I'm
he's
sad,
going through something.
and Xavier laughs at me.
yeah.
I mean, it was just what you said. I got a picture in my head, and I just went with it. Okay, let me say it.
First of all, I've never talked like that.
Oh, absolutely. There's the story.
With
Well, no, the
hand.
hands.
the story,
Yes,
yeah.
there's a
The
hand.
hands.
Like
Yeah.
that's why.
The
But
hands.
like, I don't talk like that.
I'm saying you did whenever you try to greet the episode. Hey guys, a couple weeks ago. Hey, yeah, this is Culture on Tap. Make sure you. Well, we got to know Dale a little better. We love Dale. We're grateful for him. He's amazing.
Absolutely.
Also, be excited or not. I mean, I hope you're excited. Starting next week. Why? Why?
I had an itch.
You are so lucky. You've already gone. You are beyond lucky. Starting next week, we're gonna have a guest
Yes.
joining us.
yeah.
So
Our first guest.
first guest.
Yes.
So he will be with us for a few episodes.
4 weeks.
4 weeks. So be tuned in for that. So we have some really good hot topics coming up. So
Absolutely. It's going to be great conversation as usual. Well, this has been Culture on Tap. Culture on Tap is sponsored by Houston Radio Platinum, playing the best classic hits. You can download the Houston Radio Platinum app. It's in your app store, or just ask Alexa to play Houston Radio Platinum.